Guys, I'm excited for this one. Today, we're going to be taking a look at what I think is my most anticipated sneaker for next month. But of course, we need to figure out whether it is actually that good. And we got a bunch more. Like, a bunch more. I think the best place to start is with a pair of shoes that I've been trying to get my hands on for a while now. Right, this one's gonna be pretty quick because I've already showed you guys this pair of shoes. I just managed to get my hands on my preferred colorway. I am so glad I picked up the white colorway. This is the Geoforma Converse A Cold Wool. Wow, it actually feels like the material is kind of different on this one. This white colorway definitely brings it down a notch from that Vault green one that I was rocking with earlier. I decided to swap it out for this colorway. They restocked on Converse's website. And it's funny because they're not just different colorways, but as you can tell, if you can remember the last one, that one had a lot more branding around it, whereas this one just seems so much more minimal. And you even get that Converse All-Star logo, which you really can hardly see on camera. Big fan of this one and can't wait to put some fits together with this. And speaking of boots, let me show you another pair that I managed to get an absolute steal on. Right, so this one's a little bit different for me. I don't often buy, I guess you could call this a designer brand, but I saw these at a heavily discounted price. Brand is 1017 Alex 9SM. So let me pull out these boots. It's not those crazy foam ones which you guys saw in another video. This is a different one. And here they are. This is the Mono Hiking Sneaker. Pretty crazy. I just really like the design of this pair of shoes. Like, it's winter now. I'm gonna need a lot more kind of boot style shoes, but I did want to try these out because they were discounted all the way down to, I think I paid 180, maybe 200 pounds including shipping. I just love that midsole. I think that's my favorite design of this pair of shoes. Now, the upper is really just okay. Like, it is soft, nice feeling leather, but I mean, honestly, I would never pay the actual retail price for this pair of shoes. I do not think it's worth it. But if you could find them on sale, at least from just my initial impressions, it seems like a pretty cool pair of boots that I cannot wait to try out. Right, I think it's time to get into this package. This is a little triple sneaker in one box. All right, so first one up. You guys are gonna kind of laugh at me for this one because I've said that I wasn't the biggest fan of this model. However, when I saw that the new colorway was sat on Foot Patrol's website, I thought, hey, what the hell? Let me try it out and see if it completely changes my mind. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Obviously, you guys can see this is a Sacai box. The Sacai Cortez in this gray colorway. Now, I've got to be honest, in hand, these things look way less gray than they do in the photos. It almost has like this army green tint to it. Like, you can see the suede overlays. That is kind of true gray, but the upper is really this greenish tint. I think overall, just the different mixtures of gray on this pair of shoes, I really, really like. I'd even prefer this colorway to the original one. There's just something about it which just makes it look pretty cool. Biggest complaint about this pair of shoes is just the midsole being so freaking narrow. If you can get it for a decent price, I think it's worth it, but paying anything over the retail, I would probably pass on it. Now, another pair that was sat on their website, I didn't really think too much of this pair of shoes until I saw the special box, and then I thought, okay, this might actually be a pretty cool sneaker, and that's in this red Nike box right here. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the Montreal Bagel Nike Dunk Low. You know what? Actually, it's not as bad in terms of the leather quality as I thought it was gonna be. This is a pair that has literally sat everywhere here in the UK, like every single retailer. I don't even think a size has sold out. I may be wrong about that, but these things are sitting everywhere. So checking these things out, actually they are pretty solid. So like, I think online and all of the images that you see, because this leather has this glossy texture, you kind of assume that it's gonna be the terrible plasticky leather. However, it definitely feels different to a regular Dunk. Like, there's a lot more squish to it. It kind of feels thicker and softer in hand. Even the tongue comes in all over leather rather than the mesh material that you get on regular Dunks. The insoles even have a pretty cool little pattern to them, and you can actually feel the sesame seeds on it. Like, they're kind of raised, which gives it that like little extra texture, which I think is a pretty cool touch. Overall, I think this is a fun, cool looking sneaker. Like, the color combos are really nice. Either way, let's keep it moving. This one I think was another retail hit that was just kind of chilling on Offspring. Kind of surprised at because I really liked the look of this pair. Okay, that is extremely weird. I did not expect that, but guys, this is the Nike Dunk Low Starry laces. This might be one of the worst dunks in terms of materials that I've seen Nike sell so far. I thought, based off of the images, that this was all over leather. However, I don't think there's any leather on here whatsoever. Like, take a close-up look at this black material. I'm not even entirely sure what it is. It kind of feels like rubber or some kind of nylon material. And then I thought all of this tan material was like tumbled leather, but it turns out it's kind of like a felt style material. It almost feels like maybe like a basketball that's been deflated or something. Like the tan and the black I think go together really cool. And then these starry laces I think are a nice little color pop. I think all over this is a really good looking pair of dunks. But man, I did not expect these materials whatsoever. And I also saw someone do a lace swap on these from the blue pair to this tan pair, which is a really, really nice look. I don't know, let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this pair of shoes. Did anybody else think that this was going to be leather and then ended up getting it in hand and realizing it wasn't? All right, we got a little clothing pickup from Represent. It's just 2 hoodies from their latest drop. These colors are insane. So let me show you guys this one first. So this is the brand new, I think they call it orange or Vault on their website. Of course, you get the Owners Club text on the chest and then round the back. I think just one of the best things about Represent Owners Club is just the fit of it. It's a perfect fit every time. It is an absolute banger. I don't think I own anything else that is this crazy colorway. In the springtime when it starts getting a little bit warmer, throwing on this hoodie will be an absolute banger with a pair of shorts. And then this was also one of their latest additions I wanted to show you guys. This one is the all new lilac one. That is a super clean colorway. But yeah, material A1, quality A1. You know you're getting literally the best of the best when it comes to Represent. But yeah, just wanted to show you those 2 little pickups. Let's get into the final pair. And I'm so hyped to see these things. So it comes in a special box, which is something that you guys already know. We've seen this so many times from last year. But let's stop wasting time on the box. Let's get into the sneakers. Whew. Here we go. This is the Jordan 4 Craft SE. So as you can see, this is a pretty different pair of Jordan 4s. And I think I really liked that because we've been seeing a lot of Jordan 4s last year and that was fine. I loved a lot of the colorways, but I kind of wanted something a little bit different. And I think that's what this sneaker provides. Color palette, incredible. One of my favorite colored sneakers in a while, like just this super light gray with this very light blue tint to it. And then you mix that with, I guess what you could kind of say is like kind of vintage detail. The suede on here is where they really step it up. You've got suede in replacement of the plastic mesh panels. They still got that trendy cracked leather, which Jordan Brand just loves throwing on a lot of sneakers. That's for these leather pieces here on the medial and lateral side. As you can see, it's just kind of cracked up, which is a cool little look. This is just such a cool colorway, which I think is going to look fire on foot. I think we've got a decent amount of drops in February, but I think this one is definitely one of my most anticipated. Like if you're super into 4s right now and you have like military blacks or midnight navies, you don't really need another kind of traditional color blocking pair, or maybe you just want something a little bit different. I think this one is an absolute banger. He's going to be dropping on February the 11th. Of course, you guys can expect a full review. I'll put a fit together for these bad boys and chuck it up on the channel very, very soon. Let me know what you think of these things down in the comment section, but that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for coming through, hanging out for yet again another one. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I'll catch you guys in the next one, but until then,